Hey guys, guess what? We hit 100 subscribers, and then 101, and then 102, and then we went back to 101. Thank you all for the support, and let's move on to that sweet juicy 1k mark so I can ask YouTube for actual euros, dollars and dineros. But today people, today we will talk about one of my greatest frustrations in endgame 3.3.5 rating. Now, a lot of times, or should I say all the time, when I'm in a pug or a partial guild run that I've been invited to, we'll be at the Lich King and eventually we reach phase 3. When we reach phase 3, however, I hear what I think is one of the most inaccurate calls a raid leader could ever make. That being, stack behind Lich King. Now obviously stacking on one spot when you still have to worry about defile is stupid enough already, but when you add in the length of the Lich King's platform, which is surely more than 40 yards in its diameter, which means that a lot, if not all of the range DPS are sacrificing crucial seconds of DPS, which is damage per second, on moving behind the Lich King and away from the Lich King, while also potentially moving when the file comes. That's a whole lot of movement, and to me that just seems like a recipe for low DPS. Don't get me wrong, I understand why the raid leaders call for a stack behind Lich King. Some classes that cannot defend themselves or have such an easy time moving around, think about Disco Priest or Resto Druid, that the added security from standing behind not one but two tanks is really nice, and it will definitely help out those classes. But I'm also here to tell you that that tactic fucking sucks! So first off, let's take a look at how much damage any of these spirits can do to us. Reading this straight off of WoW Wiki, the ability Vile Spirits creates 10 Vile Spirits which will attack enemies after 30 seconds with a spell called Spirit Burst. Spirit Burst sacrifices the caster, dealing around 20k in 10 man and 30k in 25 man damage to all enemies within 5 yards. So let's take a detailed look at what each class can do on phase 3 to either save themselves, their brothers and sisters in arms, or potentially even the soaking tank. This list is going to be about the DPS and the healers only. Obviously tanks require a separate video all for themselves. So with that out of the way, if I missed anything feel free to let me know in the comments below, and let's go! First off, we are starting with the Death Knights, the hero class on 3.3.5 Wrath of the Lich King. You would expect DKs to be able to do good on just about anything, and well, you wouldn't be wrong. Combining both Anti-Magic Shell and Icebound Fortitude will, as I've said in many previous videos, turn you into a solid ass off tank. However, I did not say anything about Army of the Dead, which reduces your damage taken by a 1-to-1 factor of your parry rating. Considering you get a lot of strength, it should be somewhere around 13 to 15% when you are best in slot. Pretty decent. Furthermore, the ghouls might actually be able to soak the spirits. As you'll see on the Druid entry, I love it when pets soak. It's one of the best ways to get rid of the spirits, and well, an Army of the Dead in my books is completely expendable. We aren't done with Death Knights yet though, because they have a taunt, useful as all heck to spread some spirits apart from each other. And even better than that, Death Grip! Just do not Death Grip the spirit into the melee, or do it and laugh your ass off while your DKP gets minused, that's up to you really. Not done yet though, because oh wait, Death Knights are freaking overpowered. Chains of Ice is yet another tool they can use to help with the spirits. Although the melee positioning of a Death Knight can usually lead to all these things not mattering all that much, to be honest. I should say the more important tips and tricks come on the ranged classes, since this video is primarily about them. Druids are purposefully made to be one of the more utility-heavy classes. Does this stand out when dealing with the third phase of the Lich King? Let's find out. Let's start by looking at their potential soaking ability. While feral druids are known to have a great amount of health, they often suffer big damage from magical attacks. As such, you cannot expect to soak all too many of them as a DPS especially. 2 or 3 with both survival instincts and bark skin is probably your limit, not factoring in disco shield and potential healing. If I factor those in, a naked 80 character with pain suppression for days could soak all of them. Add in Feral Charge, the 30% movement speed bonus when in cat form, Dash, the general positioning of a kitten which is behind the boss, preferably max melee range, and you shouldn't ever die to spirits as a feral DPS. However, Boomkins are reduced to only being able to use bark skin in the defensive department, that is. My personal favorite class to handle phase 3 with, Boomkin that is. Sparkskin allows you to soak just one spirit, maybe 2 with a disc shield, however they shouldn't ever reach you in the first place. Using Typhoon to slow all of the spirits down is a good play in my books. It gives the tanks more time to taunt, it gives people more time to walk away, and it just makes the whole thing go smoother. You could even use Force of Nature right on top of some spirits, and those brave trees will sacrifice themselves for the greater good. I love it when pets soak. On top of that, if they ever get close to you, simply Shadow Melt. All of them will lose aggro on you and fuck off somewhere else, leaving you to DPS in peace. Amazing indeed. Should you for some reason play Horde though, or have Shadow Melt on cooldown, you can always use your Entangling Roots and Cyclone on the spirits. Even Cycloned, they can still be soaked. Shit's crazy. Resto is more of the same really, but considering the abundance of instant cast spells, they should actually stack behind the Lich King. So, we've arrived at the only ranged physical damage class in the game, Hunters! And they have their own set of tools, they really do. That Shadow Melt thing I was talking about on the Druid entry to drop all your aggro instantly, it sure does sound familiar. Misdirection. No, that's not it I guess. How about Deterrence? Still no picture? Damn it PC, I'm trying. Okay, maybe Fake Death?
It is Feign Death, you fucking idiot!
What the fuck, did this PC just talk to me?
No!
Okay, well the point was though, Feign Death is basically Shadow Melt but more overpowered. 30 seconds cooldown means you can use it every single spirit wave. Besides that, if hunters feel like being useful, Frost Trap if there is no Boomkin Typhoon going around can be pretty good, Frost Arrow if you want to mess up a singular angry entity, and if you are tired of your life, just disengage into a whole bunch of spirits. Dying as a hero is better than seeing yourself become the Batman in Justice League. That Batman fucking sucked. Biggest, diggest, deepest is basically what a mage is all about, and walking all the way to the other side of the platform to stack behind Lich King will surely reduce your penis size. So I'm here to tell you, don't do that shit. And here's how. By using a mixture of Ice Block, Frost Nova, Cone of Cold, Invisibility, you will always be able to at least get the speed advantage on your side. Should a lot of spirits come, remember you can easily take one hit. 2 will absolutely murderize the shit out of you though, so don't get hit by 2 in a row. I've always ran with Frost Firebolt, and since it uses up less mana than Torment the weak build, you can actually choose to get some more fun talents instead of the mana talents. However, more on that on the How to Beast Mage video though. Shameless plug. Paladin. Ah, there it is. The absolute perfect class on Wrath of the Lich King. Everything that used to be broken on Molten had turned those Retribution Paladins into arrogant gods. Those times are long gone though. Did the ignorant, arrogant gods of toxicity and drugs retain any information from the golden days? Well, I did because I was too young for drugs back then. Yay me and my solid life choices. Positioning on any of the 3 roles varies quite a bit. As a Retribution Paladin, you stand max melee range behind the boss while being ready for Defile. As a Holy Paladin, you can choose if you want to stack behind the Lich King, or just go YOLO and stand in the middle of nowhere with Divine Shield off cooldown. Both work really well, and I don't think this entry requires a lot of positional information, so let's jump into the spells that they can use to help out handling the spirits. First of all, let's see how they can soak. Divine Shield, Divine Protection, Divine Sacrifice, Aura Mastery, they are all really solid but long cooldowns. So to compensate, Blizzard gave them 3 stuns: Hammer of Justice, Holy Wrath and Repentance. The final one being a minute CC on any chosen spirits. Regardless to say, Paladins are stacked as fuck and shouldn't run into any spirit problems if played correctly. Priest. Use fucking Fate. Rogue. Okay, back to Priest. I should attempt to give more information, but really, just use fucking Fate, that's all you need to know. Even without the Shadow Priest talent, it is 30 seconds cooldown, which means it can be used on every single spirit wave. They can easily survive by just fucking fading, but their usefulness does not stop there. Shadow Priests are absolute gods at soaking. Especially combined with a Holy Priest body and soul, they just zoom all over the place with a 90% damage reduction, and don't forget the instant aggro drop after dispersion wears off with fucking Fade! For CC they have a single tool, Shackle Undead. It can CC a single spirit for a long enough duration that a soaker can deal with it. There is really not much to say though, besides doing your dispersion job, just fucking Fade. It's Abi! Priest time is up, rogue time is now. You can't see him, he vanished, wow. It's the 10-second stun lock, shining now. You can't see him, preparation, he vanished now. Hey yo, in case you forgot or just dumb, rogue still hot as FTLR. They vanish and drop the aggro faster than it came on. They soak as well, taking small numbers with faint, and that's just the business. Shadow melt if you're a night elf, but you don't even need to do it cause you're max melee range and it ain't your fucking job to deal with those spirits, so just DPS, you silly rogues. Shamans are notorious for not having any defensive cooldowns, at least for me they are notorious for that. Stupid ass Blizzard not giving them a single defensive cooldown, and do not even argue that Shamanistic Rage is technically a defensive cooldown, Abi. No. Read tier 10 2 set and you'll see that they got nothing. So soaking is absolutely out of the question. That leaves us with CC. Do they have any? Let's see. They got Earthbinding Totem. It's basically the same thing as a Hunter's Frost Trap, a massive AoE slow that's pretty good. Frost Choke for single target slow, and potentially Greater Earth Elemental if all else fails and you need some pet to soak. Elemental Shamans at least have Thunderstorm, a notorious trolling ability, but in this case it is pretty legit. Since its cooldown is so short, you can use it on every single spirit wave, allowing you to stay on the sides of the platform and do some DPS and chill. Resto Shamans is one of the classes that actually benefits from standing behind the Lich King. Like I said in the introduction, it is not always a bad call, just most of the time. As per the formula, let's just keep it going like that. First, let's see if they can soak. With Shadow Ward and Death Coil, they can take 2 or 3 spirits easily, so soaking gets a minor check. Next up is CC. Sadly, there is no CC that the Warlocks can use that I know of. But fear not, you have something unique in the Demonic Teleportation spell. Considering Affliction Warlocks is one of the classes with the least amount of range on their spells, you'll want to position your portal so that you will have to move only half the time and the distance than the tank has to. Overall, Warlocks don't have a great amount of tools, but I'm not done talking yet, because there is Demon Form, also known as Metamorphosis. This form allows you to charge, which any tank should be jealous of. Do be careful though and use it as a last resort, best send your pet to charge a spirit first. And finally, we reach our final class, the Warriors, and since I'm not talking about tanks in this video, I will only be talking about Fury, because Arms is like eating a 2-month-old bag of peanut cookies, not that great to begin with, and will leave you not wanting to eat peanut cookies for several years. So far, most of the melee classes we've talked about all had one goal: stay behind the Lich King with max melee range while being ready for Defile. Warrior, surprise surprise, does not deviate much from this recipe. They can soak pretty damn well with Shield Wall, Intercept, and of course the Taunt is always a useful tool for spirits. Of course the cooldown on Shield Wall is just a little bit too long to consistently perform on it. Besides their mediocre soaking potential, they have Piercing Howl, a great spell for slowing spirits, but they really should just be typhooned by a Boomkin or Earthbound by a Shaman. That was all the classes. If I have missed something out, feel free to tell me exactly how much I suck in the comments below. And now let's talk about the general positioning in Phase 3, since what's the point in saying it fucking sucks and then not telling people how to do it better? Yeah, well, so I'm doing that now too. With all the knowledge I've just bestowed upon you, you can now safely stay on the sides of the Lich King's path. Assuming he is moved from point A to point B properly, you should be able to stay within 30 yards range pretty easily. Just remember that if you ignore an officer's orders, or yet even worse a pug leader's baby rage commands, you can expect consequences, especially if you died due to misplaying. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, I do fully believe in all the points I've just made. I've used all these spells in these situations 1,000 times if not more, like seriously I don't have a life. If you however do not feel safe because of whatever reason, be it your tanks are garbage and cannot soak properly, or you aren't fully believing in yourself and therefore can't grasp the full potential of your class, it matters not. These are tips from my own personal messed up brain, so take these tips as you want. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you've learned at least one thing today, I've done my job. If you haven't, feel free to tell me that I've just wasted several minutes of your life, and I'll laugh at your pathetic comment while I wallow in self-pity. Good day, you bunch of beautiful bitches.